Hello Minecrafters, Generic B here once again with another Minecraft video. I had this great idea that I had put a bunch of time in. I ran a minecart track 400 blocks out that way and powered it the entire way, and I stuck a storage minecart on it, and I was convinced that I was going to break the 144 block rule and figure out some way to make a minecart go 400 blocks. And I even made a portal, and I connected portals over to the other side and all that stuff, and I couldn't do it. So fail on that. So instead, let's talk about mushrooms. So, mushroom. Okay, so I was reading the Minecraft wiki, and it was talking about the growth pattern of mushrooms. And I know that's not a mushroom, that's a red flower, but because of the sun, if I stick a mushroom in there, it just pops right off. So pretend that's a nice shiny mushroom. This cube around it represents the 3x3x3 potential growing area that a mushroom can spawn and migrate. I don't know, whatever you want to call it, right? Expand. And the way it works is every so many ticks, it'll do a check, and it'll kind of roll a random number and say, do I want to expand or not? Do I want to grow into another space? And if it does, then it says, all right, I'm going to pick a spot either around me or up one level, because it can grow uphill. So it would be pretty much all the 8 around, not in the center, because that would be 2 blocks up. Or it'll pick one around the bottom, and it'll grow downhill. Now the funny thing about it, according to the wiki, is it has a 50% chance of growing at the same elevation, spreading to the same elevation. Spreading, that's the word I was looking for. And it has a quarter chance, or 25% chance, of spreading uphill or downhill. So, common sense is not common, but I'm thinking mushrooms will probably grow faster if they're on the same level than if they grow uphill or downhill. So I wonder, I made a couple of seemingly identical little cave systems here. And this is a mock-up of your traditional... Hey, I'm making a recording here. Shut up. Really? Really? Alright, sorry guys. So I made a mock-up of a traditional mushroom farm that you see all over on YouTube. And you've got your little cedar rows, and you've got your little places where the mushroom spreads. Well, the problem is, if you stick one right there, that's downhill. So you've got a 25% chance. Instead of, if you started down here, then you've got a 50% chance of it growing. So I said, let's make another one right next to it. And it's exactly the same in every way, shape, or form, except I don't have those cedar rows. So here's my test. I'm going to go ahead and plant mushrooms all along these cedar rows here. Right. And I've got the redstone torches just in case it was a little too dark in here. But I can turn the lights off, right? And I'm going to do the same thing in the exact same spots, except there's no raised cedar rows. It's just going to be flat mushrooms, right? And then I will turn the lights off on that. And I will go seal the front doors. Just like this. And I'm going to give it 30 minutes and see which one's grown the most amount of mushrooms, which one spread the fastest in 30 minutes. So I'm not really good at video edits, so maybe I'll just do a little Wayne's World. Alright, so it's been about 30 minutes. Getting a little impatient. Let's see what we got. So this is Crypt A. Oops. I put that in the wrong place. Alright, so it looks like, oh, hey, look at that. We have 1 in 30 minutes. It grew down to 1. Okay, so let's put that back. Yank. Put my cheaty back on. Oh ho, looky here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 compared to 1. So I could let that run another 30 minutes and show you that this grows a whole lot more than that. But I've tested it several times. It works. So by far, this is a much quicker system as far as getting mushrooms to grow and spread. But the problem is, I know you're gonna ask, yeah, but you know what? We usually have some kind of. Let me turn on the light here, because it's so much brighter with those on. I know you're probably going, yeah, but we usually put pistons down here with some water flowing, and it's just gonna knock out all my seed rows. Yes and no. Depends on how you do it. So water's got this funny property where if I close that out and I stick water there, it goes everywhere, right? Just like water should. But Minecraft has a weird properties with water that water will, I guess it works the same in the real world. Water will always go to the path of least resistance, or the easiest path, I guess. So, and it's usually it'll travel 6 blocks of, how do I put this, of non-contained water spaces before it'll go down into a hole. And so what I mean by that is, so this would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If I make a hole out of that and then I put it, it'll flow right in there. So that's pretty awesome, and we could totally utilize that. When I said free blocks, imagine if you had your water like that and you stick it in. So notice we've backed the source water up back by 1 block, but this is contained. I would still consider this to be the first like freestanding water block. So it'd still be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that being said, we can go over here, and already while I was goofing off, some stuff was growing. So I made this little kind of shaded outdoor area to show you how it would work. So you notice here's the water block, but this would be the water source, but this would be the first free flowing water space. These are pistons that go down, so that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then on the 6th one it would go down, and then here, let me just show you really quick. And then for this one, I believe the water starts here up above, so it would be 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh no, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh no, my bad. Math is fun. So it'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then the sixth one would drop down. So you notice my seed rows are still there. Everything's kosher. Turn that back off. So now if I go in and you know what? Shoot. If I go through and what is it 37? Nope. Let's try it again. 39. There we go. Okay. So if I plant these all in here, so pretend this is our full mushroom farm, right? I'm going to get rid of those blocks so I can pick up these stragglers. Okay. So pretend this is our full farm, and I sit there and I go, yeah, let's do it to it. You can see they all start going. Now you will notice that you will get a couple stragglers on the side. It kind of varies. I've seen as little as none and as many as 4 or 5, but that kind of happens with the raised ones as well. So there's one back there. There's 2, 3, right? But otherwise, that's not a bad gig. And I tried one other option. It doesn't work very well, but I figured I'll go ahead and show you anyway. Let's pretend that's a full-fledged grown mushroom farm. I put the entire middle channels on pistons, so when I do this, it turns into the old school kind of mushroom farm system. The problem with this one is the mushrooms really freak out and they'll actually pop off and go onto the side. So you see there was one I picked up, 2, there's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that system does not work well at all. But in the whole scheme of things, just having it that way, you may lose a couple more on the side when the water comes through than your standard system. But as you could see over there, here, let's see if it's even, I left it open, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so it's grown 1, I believe, since we were just goofing around, and that's even with the door left open. And this one's grown into 2. So totally, I think the trade-off is worthwhile. If you're gonna make a mushroom farm, make it even, make it flat, make it happen. All right, hopefully that helps. Highly efficient mushroom farm, if there is such a thing. And if you got any questions, comments, you know the drill. Like me, subscribe to me, tell your friends about me. Talk to your grandma, she misses you. All right, that's it. Ciao.